Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Days Off Down Under. This episode we're going to do a quick review on the Zone Expedition 12 foot, which we've rented for 19 nights. We've left Cairns, gone down the east coast as far as Agnes Waters and headed our way back up to Cairns. So currently at Notch Point, just south of Mackay. Beautiful free camp here, so let's get into the review of the Zone. We're loving it. Starting at the front, we've got the DO35 Cruise Master hitch. Awesome, I wouldn't have anything else off-road. You got your breakaway system, hydraulic jack has been really handy. Full 150mm heavy duty chassis right the way through. If you haven't checked out Zone's videos on YouTube of their going through their factory, it's amazing. They have some of the most solid caravans on the market. That's why we opted to try this one out. Then you got your stone guard deflector on the front here. Two 20-litre jerry can holders. We've just got extra water as we're off grid for a few days, so it's handy to have, and we can pump that into our tanks if we need it. Up top we have 220 watts of solar. The heaps of real estate for more. One thing we would do is definitely have at least another 200 plus watts on top. Having the 2000 watt inverter and the 200 amp hour lithium, 200 watts is just not enough to replenish it when you're off grid, especially when we're using the bottle warmer, and sometimes we've been using the induction and whatnot. So yeah, you definitely want to have a little bit more solar, whether it be another blanket or it doesn't really matter. At the moment we've just made an extension lead off the solar panels on the roof of my car, and I'm just pumping extra in at the moment. Yeah, it's been alright. That's just one little thing we would change. So coming around this side here, there's a slide out drawer here which you can put a generator on. We've just got the ladder that for the bed upstairs and the hose and etc. in there. Got your two spare wheels on the front. I think that's good to keep the weight off the back. It's towed really well behind the Hilux. I think the tear weight on these is in between 1500 and 1600 kilos, and then loaded up you can have them to 2800. A lot of payload, one of the biggest payloads for this size I believe on the market. We would never have that much. I think at the moment we're sitting at around 2.1, 2.2, and yeah, the Hilux is, yeah, loving it. Can't even really tell it's on the back. Having that Cruise Master ATX suspension is just next level. I don't think I'd buy any caravan without it. So handy, just when you rock up, just press your button, self-level. Yeah, you can't even feel it on the back when it's hitting corrugations and stuff. So definitely something to look into if you're looking at suspension setups for your caravan. So coming around the other side here, I forgot to mention there's a 9 kilo gas bottle which runs our gas stove and the instant hot water. It's got bayonets there for your stove and a barbecue, but we just brought our Weber from home, and we just run our own separate gas bottle for it just so we had extra. But yeah, it's been really good. Sandy just being able to pack that away. Obviously you could have it around the other way, we just found this way is good. So then we come around to our kitchen. We've got the 270 Dachi awning, which has been amazing. Super easy setup. To pack them up the first time can be a little tricky, but once you get the knack of it, it's not too bad. So we've got a slide out kitchen here. It's got a Dometic 3-burner stove and a sink, and water on supply. There's another drawer underneath here. We haven't got anything in there. There's just that much space in here. There's no way we could fill all the storage in here. So in here, you've got your galley style pantry kitchen storage setup, which is amazing. We find this really good. We can stop on the side of the road and you get shade protection without having to swing the full awning. Sorry if you guys can hear the waves in the background. We're only about 15 metres from the shoreline, which isn't too bad. Looks like we are getting a bit of a storm coming, so let's get into the rest of this. We've got three drawers here. They all lock. Sorry for the bit of a mess, we've just got stuff jammed everywhere at the moment. Yeah, lots of storage. We've got AC plugs there, 12 volt plug, TV bracket. Yeah, we just run Jacob's little bottle warmer off that. It's got a 2000 watt inverter and full Enderdrive battery set up with a 200 amp hour lithium. And coming over here, we have the Fusion panel stereo, all your electrical switches, the airbag controls for the Cruise Master ATX suspension, our Enderdrive battery monitor, currently at 74%, so not too bad. It's considering this is our 4th day. Then you've got your Evercool fridge. They actually got these custom made, I believe. Yeah, it's been not too bad. Lots of storage in there. It does lack some dividers or something, so everything does just move around a bit, but we've just stored our food in there, and then all our drinks, I've got the upright 85 litre Bushman in the canopy of the Hilux. We just put all our drinks in there, the Jacob's bottles and stuff. So you got your fridge controls here, and yeah, that's basically the inside. There's all lighting. There's an orange light that shines across the kitchen, and then just your normal white light on the inside. One thing I think would be a lot better is if it went to orange on the inside. Just with the bugs, you end up getting bugs flying around your pantry and that, but if with the outside orange one, it's basically enough light anyway. We only turn this on when we need to do anything inside the kitchen. So we'll keep on walking through around the outside of the van. On the back here, we've got your swing down door, which I'll show you when we show you the inside. You've got a fly mesh screen here, which is zipper both sides and a Velcro along the bottom for keeping March flies like that out. Then underneath you got your steps which fold away. It is handy. It's a nice having the big side space on the side, but I don't know if we love the back door setup. We're still, I don't know, we haven't had it for long enough to really tell. The fly mesh does get a little bit annoying. It'd be nice if it was just a fly door, or if maybe even this door swung sideways, because it does get a bit hard for Em and even myself trying to shut this when you go inside if you want to have the main door shut. They're just minor details though. It has been so epic. I can't explain how epic this has been. So you coming around a bit further, we have our cassette toilet. It has a separate flush which you fill through here. I think it's 15 litres. I actually like that setup instead of it pumping off the main tank, because I feel like you can watch how much you're putting into the cassette and not going to overflow it, and if a flush button got stuck on or something, then you definitely don't want that to overflow. But yeah, that's been super handy. At the moment we've been getting about 3 days out of it, 3 or 4 days. We'll hopefully get through tonight and empty it tomorrow when we head north. In here we have the instant hot water. This is the Bush Ranger setup. Got all your temperature controls on here, which is really good, especially when we're bathing Jacob, so we can get it to the exact right temp of the water that we need, which is awesome. There's another shower hose here which plugs in. You can have outdoor showers. I would actually, if I owned this, I'd probably put a outdoor shower ensuite setup, just so you have the option of shower. You can use just your toilet inside and have your shower outside. I think that'd be a really cool setup. But it has been good. We filled Jacob's shower, bath, and yeah, whatever. Fill the toilet cassette with it and whatnot. Yeah, you got your full mud tyres, 16-inch rims, and then underneath, sorry, I'll just get out of the way. Underneath here, you got the Cruise Master ATX suspension with the airbags, and 2 90-litre water tanks, which you can switch between inside. I'll show you that later. Here you have your connections to fill your tank. So you got tank 1, tank 2, then you got creek in, creek out, which I find really good because you can have extra jerry cans and pump it in and fill your tanks. So we'll keep on moving around. You got your AC power inlet, 15 amp. I actually, we're a little bit low on power the other day. I actually ran a 15 amp lead off my, I've got a Renogy inverter on my, and a red arc system in my canopy. I actually ran the 15 amp lead and was charging the van at 60 amps through the Drive setup, which is pretty cool. You wouldn't want to do it for long periods, but just to give us a little boost, it was awesome. So then through here we have our Truma aircon dual cycle. It can be heater or aircon. We've only used it twice, just at caravan parks. We find there's plenty of ventilation throughout. If you wanted to, if I owned it, I'd probably just bring a Jenny every now and then, or I'd have a bigger battery set up inside, just so you have that option of just running it for an hour or two to cool it down if you really needed. But yeah, each to their own. Handy to have, yeah, not sure. So then this is it set up, plenty of ventilation up the top. At night it does get a little bit annoying. You got to jump up and quickly shut them if you're going to get a bit of rain, but nothing's got wet inside. It hasn't leaked. It's super simple setup. I'll go through a setup. I'll do a time lapse of a quick setup so I can show you guys. And yeah, that's basically it. We're pretty stoked with it. Like we said, there's only those few tiny little things that we would change. But yeah, you can't have everything. It's been perfect for what we need. And so let's go and have a look inside. Okay, so let's show you guys inside the Zone Expedition 12. So you've got the rear door at the back here. You literally just lift it up. It's on gas struts. You've got your stairs. You come in. Then once you get in here, you've got a heap of storage in there. There's actually hanging space. We've just got our toiletries hung up there. We've folded all our clothes. On the right hand side here, we have a toilet and shower combo. We actually didn't think we'd enjoy having an indoor toilet and stuff, but it has been amazing. I wouldn't have it any other way. It's small, but it's plenty for what you need. Throughout here we have more storage. Lots of storage in this for the size of it. Another one. And then at the front here we have two massive big storages. Front window with your shade and fly screen. Full-size queen bed. Proper thick mattress. It lifts for more storage. You have all your electrical under there. It's got a Drive 200 amp hour lithium and full Drive charging package. 2000 watt Drive inverter, and that's the compressor for the Cruise Master suspension. Down here we have a water gauge, our inverter switch, and our voltage gauge, and this is for the sensor to turn the aircon on and off. It has got a ducted aircon system. You do have to be plugged into power for that. We've used it twice out of our whole trip. There's that much airflow gets through all these fly mesh. We don't see a need for it. What else we got? So up top here, this roof folds down. It actually creates a double bed. Perfect if you got little kids and whatnot. Jacob's a little bit small though, so he's still sleeping on the bed with us with a little co-sleeper. And there's a ladder that hooks onto here. And then when you get in here, you just push it up and you have your full space again. Amazing use of space. Over here we have some more storage. I love how they've used the canvas sides. Saves on weight. And then in here you have your water pump, water filter, your tank 1, tank 2, so there's two 90 litre tanks, and then it's actually got a creek in, creek out system. So what you can do is you can run a hose down to the creek, or if you're at a caravan park and you just feed off mains water or the creek, or then you can switch it to creek out and have both on. and run a little loop hose outside and fill your tanks from a creek or from a jerry can or anything like that. It's a really neat setup. Really neat. And that just closes. Obviously more storage again. Same down the bottom. A little bench here, and then a TV bracket in the corner here. We're just renting this one, and there's no TV supplied with it, but we feel like it'll be awesome if you did have a TV. We've just been using the iPad though, which has been fine. AC outlets, 12-volt outlets and USB ports, and then obviously your TV antenna connection. But yeah, we're absolutely loving this Expedition 12. Amazing use of space and plenty of room for a couple of people. There is a table also. Sorry, we're just doing a bit of a spin around here. There is a table. It's actually under the bed. It slides into here and it comes across. You can have it sideways or it can tilt to that side. We've just, with Jacob and stuff, we've just not really needed it. Yeah, but it is an option. You got two Sirocco fans, so they oscillate every which way. They have timers and stuff. Another one up there, which is used for the kids when you're up there, but we've just used it to circulate a bit of air. But yeah, we're absolutely loving it.